The lasting appeal of Agatha Christie. A surprising number of people I have talked to admit that, as children, they moved straight from reading Enid Blyton onto Agatha Christie books. It's astonishing to think that although she died nearly 50 years ago, her books still have a great appeal to readers. And in fact, as well as her own books being in constant demand, there are still new titles being written under her name. For example, Sophie Hannah, a popular crime writer, has recently published her 6th novel featuring Hercule Poirot's Silent Night. And there is a recent collection of 12 new short stories featuring Miss Marple, written by 12 different writers, entitled Marple. Dr. Mark Aldridge, an academic and Agatha Christie historian, has recently published the award-winning Agatha Christie's Marple, Expert on Wickedness, following on from his last book, Agatha Christie's Poirot, the Greatest Detective in the World. These are basically biographies of these two beloved fictional characters, shining a light too on their creator and her long career. There are a steady number of Christie aficionados across the world, as evidenced by the number of Christie-themed podcasts available, as well as an international Christie festival held in Tenerife biannually. Favourite titles remain the ones that have been produced for the big and little screen, but there are plenty to choose from, as she wrote 66 novels and over 150 short stories, as well as many screenplays. The locations she chooses to write about are wide and varied, from St Mary's Mead, a small quiet country village, to the hot deserts of Egypt. The characters she created are vividly drawn and from all walks of life, her later books using the backdrop of whatever was going on in the world at the time. Her plots are cleverly worked out, culminating in the renowned denouement, often taking the reader by surprise. If by any chance you've never read one of her books, then I would recommend A Murder is Announced or Peril at End House as good starting points. Reading or listening to one of the novels for yourself is a very different experience from watching someone else's interpretation on TV or cinema, and it will certainly get those little grey cells working overtime. Enjoy.